Hey, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we have this time is the Kurosaki Raijin Bunka 165 millimeter knife. The steel is not specified here, so I guess it's a proprietary formulation that he doesn't want to be known, but they just call it cobalt stainless. So I've got COS there, cobalt stainless. Heat treat's about 63, so it's going to have a nice edge retention, and I suspect it will probably sharpen up quite well if you've got good stones, but take a nice edge and, again, have really good edge retention. The construction is soft stainless cladding over the top of that on each side for a 3-layer construction. And the weight and dimensions on these will vary a little bit from knife to knife, and you can see these have a very interesting pattern on the blades, as is his kind of thing. So he does a great job with these unique hammered patterns that are really dynamic and aggressive looking. They're really cool. The weight on this one is 122 grams and 4.3 ounces. The edge length is about 163 on this, or 6.4 inches. Overall length about 312 millimeters, or a little above 12 inches. Spine thickness, they've got a little bit of thickness coming out of the handle, then they thin out pretty quickly after that. So the thickness here is about 3 millimeters right there above the back of the heel, and then I went down about 1.9 halfway down, and it pretty much holds that. With this style, you've got that kind of reverse sword tip on it, so you got that corner, and then you can see the grind very easily here coming down towards the edge, and it thins out pretty nicely right there. So the tip, these are pretty aggressively ground, so the tip is quite thin. Good, not good, great. It's going to be excellent on the tip performance. And then they're also ground thin at the edge. So these are really high performance knives. So superb grinds on these. The height on this is about 45 millimeters. So not super tall, but gives you plenty of clearance for your fingers. You've got a fairly thin neck right here and a generous curve here, kind of a forward sweeping heel. This is called the chin of the blade right there. So lots of space for your finger there. The handles are just kind of a good standard octagonal ambidextrous walnut with a black packawood ferrule. Nice fit and finish on these, and good tight glue up where the tang goes into the handle, as I've seen on almost all Kurosaki-san's knives. So they do a nice job on the attention to detail on all of these knives. I've seen quite a few of them now across the various lines. The circumference right here is about 72 millimeters, and pretty light blade and not real long. So the handle's a little bit bigger, or it's got some length to it, and the wood's a little heavier. So there's your balance point. It's going to be a little further back, of course, behind a pinch grip. So from a pinch grip point of view, it'll have a little bit of a handle heavy weight bias to it. Not a ton, but very light, nimble blade. The beauty shot, we'll take a look right here at knife. A little hard to show it, but it's a very unique pattern. He comes up with some super cool stuff. He's quite the smith. So this does have laser engraved kanji on top of that. It's a little hard to see being a little busy there, but just a cool kind of dynamic, aggressive look to the cladding. And then very nice fit and finish all the way around. It's a little hard to show, but there's your cladding line. It's pretty subtle. So that's the right side of the blade. This is the left side of the blade. But there's your cladding line there. It's a little hard to tell, even in person, but it's there. And so the core steel is peeking out from there. Every knife's going to be a little bit unique. So as per usual, nice job on the spine, a little bit of relief on the corners. Very nice job on the choil. Some good effort put in there. These are the attention to detail type of things you get from this maker. And nice flow and some relief on the edges. Good out of the box edge on these, as I'm finding on all of them, about 6, maybe 7 out of 10 on my scale. So you can pretty much just take it right out of the box and start using it. The cutting board profile is going to look like this. So this just has a good kind of flowing profile. Every knife can be a little bit different, but this flows beautifully from the tip to the back. Not a lot of flat area, but very, very smooth roll all the way through. Tip being fairly low. You're not going to rock this very high. Right in there, I want to start digging the tip in, but it'll do great on tip draws. Not a problem. push-pull cuts, glide cuts, maybe a little bit of chopping towards the back half, but I would not say it's one of those kind of pure chopper knives, but it's definitely got a really nice edge profile that's very smoothly ground. So a very interesting new line of knives from Kurosaki, and they are typical high quality with high performance grinds as we expect. And so this is the Kurosaki Raijin Bunka 165mm knife.